Hey everybody, this is FJOJR here with another Click Venture. And this time, I'm going to see if I can find the mole in this spy organization. So we've got here, there's a city in the background, and it's London, 1971. You sit at, well, I'm just going to do it like this. You sit at your typewriter, typing up a report while reflecting on your mysterious and troubling past. Your hands glide over the keys, but they are no normal hands and no normal keys. They are spy hands and spy keys. You are a spy. Whoa, cool. Okay, so it seems to be like an office or something like that. You glance at a calendar. Oh, I guess it's my place. You glance at a calendar. The Second World War is already 25 years in the past. It was easy to know who the enemy was then. Ever since the Cold War has raged, not on the battlefield, but in smoky back rooms and on chilly October nights in Berlin. Not a war that breeds heroes, that's for sure. You don't know who you can trust anymore. Close friends? Family? Coworkers? Ivan Petrov, your Russian landlord and an aspiring music producer who you often vent to while he practices using his sound recording equipment. Ivan is such a good listener, and you're lucky to have him. But still, it is a lonesome life. You're a lonely spy. Ponder the nature of good and evil, or look at the personal effects on your desk. Well, let's start with pondering the subjective nature of good and evil. There, I guess that's me. Are you even one of the good guys anymore? It's tough to say. You love your country of England, but maybe she has done little to earn that love recently. William Kingsley, the department director, steps out from his office and looks tersely around the small office. You know something is up, but what? Give a slight nod to William, a nod that recognizes how being a spy has alienated you from any real human emotion, but acknowledges that this is the best you've got. Say, hey, Billy boy, what's the haps? I'm gonna go with that one. You, Kingsley says, pointing right at you. I'd like a word in the spy lounge. They're just gonna call everything spy? You notice that the other spies at their desk bristle ever so slightly. It is rare to be called into the spy lounge. Go into the spy lounge. Take a seat, Kingsley says as he locks the door behind you and pulls down the little shade on the window in the door. He then draws a curtain over the door and puts up a piece of plywood that he nails over the curtain. You know this must be serious. You hear the faint voices of other spies out in the office grumbling about how you got asked into the spy lounge, and you nod to yourself. You won't be nodding after you hear what I have to tell you, says Kingsley. I'm all ears, Kingsley. Hit me with some hot goss, Billy. I'm just gonna go with hit me with your best goff. There's a mole here at London spy BASE. Kingsley's what? I wonder what that stands for. Kingsley says while pouring an extra malted, extra old scotch into his gross throat. I'm too old to sniff out the mole, he continues, but I want you, my most trusted spy, to head up the secret investigation. Accept with a quiet dignity, knowing in your heart that there will be no winners in this gambit. Why me? Why do you trust me so much? Surely you know I'm a spy. What does there's the option. What does LONDSPYBASE stand for again? I really want to know what this stands for. It's not LONDSPYBASE. Spybase. It's LOND. Spy BASE, corrects Kingsley. We couldn't think of an acronym for spy, so that so that part is just spy. You nod imperceptibly. It stands for Lateral Operations Non-Aligned Deep Cover Official Network. That's the LONDON part, Kingsley explains. Then just spy, as I already explained. And then, but always secretive endeavors is the BASE part. You nod imperceptibly. And now on to who the mole might be. Nod imperceptibly. Terrace Weller's codename Smoky Barrister. Dear God. Dear God. Veronica Linfield, codename Ace's Medium. Have you gone mad? And David Brewster, codename Chair. My sweet England, what has become of you? And that's it. Certainly don't investigate me, as that would be a waste of your time. After all, I'm the one who found out we have a leak, so it would be insane to think that I could be behind all of this. But of course. Again, this is top secret. Your discretion is key. I've prepared dossiers on all 3 agents. If you need further dossiers, let me know. We have plenty of dossiers. Most things in this office are also dossiers. That is all, Kingsley continues. You have 27 hours and 11 minutes to fix the leak. You are dismissed from the spy lounge. You leave the office, your head spinning like a top. Which agent do you wish to investigate? Okay, I've reached the first checkpoint, folks. Okay, we could go for the Smoky Barrister, the Ace's Medium, Chair, or David Brewster. I'm feeling the Chair right now. You shake your head sadly. If David Brewster is the mole, you truly be a sad individual. Oh, I guess I accidentally pressed Brewster. You and David both fought in the Second World War. Or is this Chair? Okay. Not only that, you even fought on the same side. But you promised Kingsley that you'd find the mole, so you will investigate Chair for Queen and country. Discreetly tail David, look at his classified dossier. Well, let's look at the dossier, right? Name, David Joseph Brewster. Codename Chair. Age, he's old. Last 4 cities visited: Stockholm, Amsterdam, East Berlin, Bucharest. Prospect of ever betraying England, unthinkable. Biggest weakness, steals entire sinks from every hotel he stays at. Quote, stop looking at my dossier, you snoop. Specialties, impersonations, boating, discretion, lovemaking. Personal hero, the person who wrote the Bible. Done reading the dossier. Okay, so I guess we're going to have to discreetly tail David. David leaves the office at 1854 QLT, quaint London time, and you follow discreetly behind him, keeping your vintage Rolls Royce at a safe distance to avoid detection. David Brewster, my own biological, not metaphoric brother, you think to yourself. Oh, wait, that was the... I'll do the voice later. David arrives at his flat, takes a package out of the back seat of his car and goes inside. You park across the street and wait. Surveil David. You light a cigarette and settle in for a night of snoopery. A light turns on upstairs and you see David walk into his bedroom. He places the package on the nightstand and sits on the bed. He checks his watch several times, as if he is waiting for someone. Continue surveilling, stop surveilling, and investigate a different spot. No, we gotta stick this out. You light another cigarette. Um, okay, that's grammatically incorrect. Incorrect. A man enters the bedroom. A man, I guess, obscured in the shadow. As he steps closer to the light, you realize that it's not a man at all. It's a woman. Continue surveilling. You light cigarettes 3 through 7 and begin smoking them. Wow. David takes off his jacket and then removes the fur coat of the woman, who you now realize is his wife, Jacqueline. Continue surveilling. David and Jacqueline enter the throes of lovemaking. Passionate, sweaty lovemaking that tests the manners of your British decency. The two bodies rhythmically slide up and upon one another in all sorts of positions. A real tasting menu of sexual congress. I am sticking this one out. You can barely bring yourself to spy on your coworker as he makes love to his wife of 9 years, but you promised Kingsley that you'd find the mole, so you continue to watch. Jacqueline mounts her husband, dripping torrents of sweat. Several hours pass of non-stop lovemaking. Continue surveilling. At 2:02 QST, David rips open the package and several graphic sexual toys spill out onto the bed. They spend the next 5 hours exploring each other's bodies with these plastic contrivances. Continue surveilling. Finally, at the wee hour of 4:09 QLT, the two lovers mercifully go to bed and the bedroom light is switched off. Continue surveilling. A professional spy, you keep yourself awake by recounting all of the war crimes you've committed. If David is the mole, you will not be asleep when he reveals himself as a traitor. Your stomach rumbles and you fight the urge to go to Chummers, England's McDonald's equivalent. At 6:45 QST, the light turns on in the bedroom window, and you see David get up and tiptoe to the phone. Jacqueline remains asleep. Continue surveilling. David speaks in a low voice so as not to wake his wife. Who is he talking to? A phone on Jacqueline's side of the bed starts ringing. She picks it up, smiles, and the two begin making love. Continue surveilling. Oh boy. At 10:55 QST, David and Jacqueline are still making love. But then a car pulls up outside David's flat, and two men in trench coats emerge, looking suspiciously to either side before entering the building. Russians? You think to yourself. You write Russians down in a notebook with a question mark. Continue surveilling. Oh no. You see the two men enter the bedroom, causing David and Jacqueline to stop their lovemaking. The naked couple stand up and walk over to the two men and take off their jackets and begin kissing them. Before long, all four people are having risky sex. Okay, so we've stumbled upon something, alright. At 14:02 QST, the two men put their clothes back on and leave. At 14:43 QST, David puts his clothes on and leaves. He gets in his car and drives away. You follow in pursuit. Finally. You follow David through the winding streets of London's Queen's Lap district. Where could he be going? He pulls up to Queen's Prescription Pills Bridge and gets out of his car. You park in an inconspicuous alley. With a glance over his shoulder, David steps onto a small boat moored next to the bridge. The boat is not flying the Union Jack. Continue surveilling. David stands on the bow of the boat, and then a figure emerges from the hold of the ship. The figure comes up from behind David and begins kissing the nape of his neck. You immediately recognize this figure as Jacqueline because after surveilling 9 hours of lovemaking, you know her go-to moves. The two began making love on the boat. Stop surveilling or run away with David and Jacqueline on a torrid sexual excursion to the world's most erotic locales. You know, that's actually pretty freaking tempting, and you know what? I'm gonna do it. You leave your car and approach the small boat. David and Jacqueline don't even say a word to you, sensing your intention completely, wordlessly. David cuts the mooring on the boat, and the three of you begin plunging into the depths of each other's anatomies as the gentle Thames cradles your aroused, fluid-filled bodies. What's next for you three? Unabashed sexual exploration wherever the boat turns up next, no doubt. You never found the mole, and you turned your back on your country when it needed you most. But those are the furthest things from your mind as you sweatily intertwine yourself with your coworker and his wife. The rest of your life will be dedicated to ravishing these two human beings. Okay, so I guess after watching countless hours of lovemaking, I just up and left and made my life with them. So that's great. But we're just going to return to the checkpoint and just going to head on over. So that was the chair. This guy's code name is David Brewster. This guy's name is David Brewster. Okay, well, you know, we're just going to go with the code name David Brewster. William Kingsley, code name David Brewster. The most powerful man in all of London, spy, Base, incredibly old, gross, saggy skin, the record holder for longest time holding one's breath during a time of war. If this leak goes all the way to the top, your dear sexy England is truly in dire canals. William Kingsley? William Kingsley? A mole? You mutter to yourself. What was that? Asks Kingsley, who you forgot was right there next to you. That's right. This is the guy who's sending me on this. Oh, nothing. I said William Wrigley, a mole. Claim that you've left your tea kettle on and quickly run away. I'm just gonna go with that one on the bottom. As a spy, you were an expert at reading facial expressions, and you can tell that William totally bought that. You slink away coolly and head back to your desk to regroup. How do you wish to investigate William Kingsley? Enlist the help of awful spy Travis Plurt, or read his classified dossier. You know what? Let's read that dossier. Name: William London Kingsley. His name is actually London. Code name David Brewster. Age effing old. Last 4 cities visited: London, 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 and London. Maybe he visited different Londons across the world, including London, Ontario. Plans after spy agency: start own restaurant. Favorite ice cream flavor: spy. Quotes: all of my spies are like my babies. I give them guns and say, go shoot Russians. Specialties: not having patience, orneriness, curmudgeonliness. Okay. Dossier score A-. Done reading the dossier. I guess I'm going to have to enlist Travis Plurt, the awful spy. Oh, no. Oh, look at him. Travis Plurp, codename Incredible F-Up, is the worst spy at London, at London, spy, B-A-S-E, by far. The only reason he hasn't been fired is because he's seen all the other spies naked and is pretty good at drawing, and everyone is concerned he'd draw their genitals and then hand them out on the street if he got fired. Travis, get over here, you say. I need you for something. Me, Travis Plurt says. I'm ready to help, boss. I promise this won't be like Oslo. I promise. As he lumbers over to you, he errantly knocks a cup of coffee off his desk, spilling it on a pile of incredibly confidential files.
Meet me at the local Chummers, England's McDonald's equivalent, in 15 minutes. Tell no one. I've changed my mind. Travis, you're the worst.
I kind of want to see what this England version of McDonald's is. So we're going to go on to Chummers. And there it is. Oh, there it is. Exactly 15 minutes later, you sit down at Chummers, England's McDonald's. They have to keep stating that. England's McDonald's equivalent, and immediately notice Travis wearing green pants, a green shirt, and green face paint, pretending to be a plant in the corner. Ignore Travis. Travis, for Christ's sake, have a modicum of pride and sit down. I'm just going to ignore him at this point. You pretend not to notice Travis and concurrently wonder why you enlisted his help for something as serious as finding a mole. People's lives are at stake, and you threw your lot in with Travis? Maybe you aren't the hottest spy yourself. Psst, you hear from the direction of Travis the plant. Psst. Continue ignoring Travis. Cut it out, Travis, and get over here. You're making an ass of yourself. I'm gonna keep ignoring him. Psst, Travis / plant continues even louder. Hey, it's me, Travis Plurp, codename Massive F Up, from the spy thing. Continue ignoring Travis. Travis, you human butt. Just sit down and then take that dumb costume off. I'm just gonna keep ignoring him. I want to see where this goes. Travis is now shouting your name, and still you refuse to acknowledge him. After a few seconds, he just sits down at your table, still in his plant costume. You can tell he is very proud of himself. I've been here the whole time, as a plant, and you don't even see me, Travis says, beaming. Travis, you moron. Travis, you giant moron. I'm just gonna call him a giant one. Travis, you idiot. This is important. You shout at him. There's a mole at London, spy, B-A-S-E, and I need your help spying on Kingsley. Travis's eyes widen, which causes a clump of hastily applied green face paint just above his eyebrow to fall off. I can't see a downside. Career-wise, to investigate the highest-ranking official at the spy organization I work at, Travis says, what's the plan, friend? I need you to serve as lookout while I snoop through Kingsley's files tonight. I'm not your friend, Travis. You are the dumbest shithead I know. I'm just gonna keep berating the guy. Travis immediately starts crying right in the middle of Chummers, England's McDonald's equivalent. He eventually runs off in tears, leaving you alone. Just because you're a spy doesn't give you the right to be a double agent for basic human dignity. You quit the agency, never finding the mole. You have to work on yourself before going back to your spying. Return to checkpoint and maybe be nice to Travis this time? Yeah, let's go back. Okay, so William Kingsley. I'm gonna pick the other one actually. Oh, I'm nothing. I said William Ringsley. A mole? Okay, and we'll get Travis Plurped. Alright, we got Travis. Actually, and we'll keep going with this one. We'll actually tell him to come and sit down. Okay, and we'll use him as a lookout. Okay, I will, says Travis very Okay, I will, says Travis very loudly. You leave Chummers, England's McDonald's equivalent, quickly to avoid being associated with Travis. You get in your Rolls-Royce car and prepare to take a nap until nighttime, which every spy worth their spy salt knows are prime snooping hours. Take nap? Try to take nap, but be distracted by your heinous war crimes. Yeah, I think if I had a lot of them, I'd be distracted. Being a spy, you don't sleep a wink. What if someone had tried to kill you while you had been asleep? It wouldn't be very spy-like to be killed. You get out of your vintage Rolls Royce and sneak into LONDON, Spy, BASE headquarters, past the security guard to ensure that there is no record of you returning to work. You creep up the stairs and slip into the spy office. In the middle of the office, you see Travis, smacking rolls of tape with a hockey stick while he imitates hockey announcing legend Jim Robson. Okay, he's hockey. Okay, we got some hockey fans. This is great. But whatever, it's still Travis.
Travis, you idiot, stop that. Travis, remember that we have to keep our voices down because we're spies.
Okay, I'm just gonna berate him again.
Sorry, Travis says meekly. I got here 30 seconds before you got bored. Shut up, Travis, you say. Here's the plan. I'm going to sneak into the spy lounge to see what I can dig up. You stand watching the stairs. If Kingsley comes, knock on the spy lounge door 3 times. If anyone else comes, knock twice. And for the love of God, be quiet. We are spies.
Got it, Travis says, putting his finger on his lip. Shh. He trundles over to the stairs. Go into the spy lounge. You push the unlocked door to the spy lounge open, and even you, a hardened spy, have to admit that it's a little scary at night. You see a filing cabinet labeled William Kingsley's Top Secret Files. Keep out. I'm glad they weren't that subtle with that. Do your spy thing and on these files. Check on Travis. You know what? I feel like I want to check on Travis at this point. You leave the spy lounge to make sure Travis is still standing watch. You aren't very surprised when, of course, he isn't there. In his place, he's left the broom with a pillow he's drawn a face on taped to it, as a child might. Jesus H. Christ, you think to yourself, and you don't feel bad about taking the Lord's name in vain because you are a godless spy. Go back to the spy lounge and look at the secret file. Opt to leave and investigate another spy because Travis the idiot ruined the operation. You know what? We gotta keep this going. We gotta go without Travis. Using your spy hands, you leaf through various confidential paperwork. God, paperwork is so boring, you think to yourself, but then you see a file with William's signature on it. It's about the sale of the LONDON Spy BASE building to a Dutch company. The other signatory is the president of Foodia, Amsterdam's McDonald's holding company equivalent. Amsterdam, you exclaim to yourself, hoping that causes you to make some important mental connection between events and confidential files that you've witnessed / seen. Suddenly, you hear about 8 knocks. Open the door to see what's up or continue pilfering papers. You know what? We gotta keep going with the papers. The knock only intensifies, but you figure it's just Travis being a doofus. As you are about to open another file drawer, the door swings open and Travis staggers in and falls onto the carpet, dead from multiple knife wounds to the chest. You hear hurried footsteps on the stairs. Mourn Travis or chase after the assailant? You know what? Even though he's an idiot, we gotta mourn Travis. Travis may be an incompetent moron, but he's still a person after all. You kneel down close to his lifeless eyes and mutter a few words. You exit the spy lounge and see 5 bloody knives on the floor, next to a copy of How to Knife Juggle, also blood-soaked. Oh, boy. Travis, you dead idiot, you think to yourself. You don't want to be anywhere near here when his body is discovered, so you slink into the shadows. Time to investigate more spies or solve the case. So he killed... Okay. So Travis was trying to learn how to juggle knives and he killed himself. Alright, so let's investigate more spies or identify the mole. We don't have any moles to identify yet. But because we still got 2 more. So let's go to the Smoky Barrister, and then we'll work our way to the Aces Medium. Terrence Wellers. You fought with him during the Second War of significant consequence. He was a decorated soldier and fought bravely. He's worked at LONDON, Spy, BASE, with you for 20 years. He took a bullet for you in Prague, and another 16 bullets for you in Paris. That isn't even to mention the 39 bullets he took for you in Turin, or the 18 he took for you in Copenhagen. But Terence? A double agent? If you could have emotions, you would feel some right now. How do you wish to investigate Terence? Walk around London hoping that someone will suddenly drive up and say, "Get in." Or, you know what, we have to read his dossier. Come on. Terence Hugh Wellers. Codename Smoky Barrister. Favorite color? Fog. Last 4 cities visited: Munich, East Berlin, Copenhagen, Bucharest. Views on USSR. Not a fan. Specialties: urban getaway driving, getting information from informants, general deceit. Quote, "I'm a spy." Favorite part of the water cycle? Condensation. Marital status? Deeply estranged. Okay. We are done reading the dossier. And we shall now walk around London and hope someone gets in. Your footsteps echo on the foggy London streets, your jacket bulging with your massive typewriter that you take home with you every night. Terence, don't let it be true, you think to yourself. Suddenly, a car screeches to a halt in front of you, and the passenger door flings open. A man you don't recognize speaks in slightly accented English. "I have important information on Big Boy. Get in, now." Get in the car, or who do you work for? You know what, let's find out before we get into this car. "There is no time to explain," the driver says. "Get in this car." Get in the car, decide that this is too stimulating for your feeble British temperament, and opt to investigate someone else. You know what, we gotta get in the car. Let's go. You get in the car and it peels off, heading due south toward London's famed Queen's Lap district. "If you knew what I know, you'd not be able to contain yourself," the driver says to you, barely looking at the road. "Watch the road, you scoundrel! Tell me more, you scoundrel!" Okay. We're just gonna call him a scoundrel. "People you know and trust are involved. I should not even be telling you this," the driver says. You notice that he's sweating. "I will continue my line of inquiry into the information you possess, my dear sir." "Well, that's all I need to know. You can let me out here." "You know, we're gonna figure out more stuff. Come on." "This is so big, I can't even let you see where we are going," says the driver, sweating profusely. "Put on this blindfold." "Excellent. That's a great spy thing to do. I love it." You put on the blindfold, noting that the smell of the Queen's Lap District's boar smelting plant puts you about 3 clicks west of Queen's Prescription Pills Bridge. "If I tell you any more, I will be in trouble. Deep trouble," the driver continues. You can hear the stress in his tone. Continue in steely silence. "Where do you shop for blindfolds? This one is an absolute delight. As a spy, I am often blindfolded, you see." I'm gonna pick that one with the blindfolding stuff, okay? You hear the car turn off and the driver exit. Moments later, the driver is guiding you from the car into a building. Your senses tell you that you must be halfway to Rotterdam by now. "Okay, I'll take the blindfold off," he says. "You're the boss." "No, I've grown too accustomed to my world of complete darkness. I'm gonna go with the darkness." "Okay, fine," the driver says, "but pay me for the blindfold at least." Okay. Change your mind and ask him to take you inside. Hand him your entire wallet. You know what? We're just gonna go with this blindfold wallet thingy. You fish out your wallet and hand it over to the driver. You have no need for money or identification anymore, now that you are enveloped in darkness. You hear his footsteps recede into the inky beyond. For so long, your thoughts have been racked by darkness, by the unspeakable war crimes you committed. You may not know who the mole is, but you're content remaining on this cool street, blind as a newborn, finally at peace. Yeah, I kind of want to see where that thing was going the other way, so we're just going to return to the checkpoint, okay? So we are back to Terrence. We'll get in. We'll get in the car. I'll tell him, "Watch the road, you scoundrel." On this version. My car, my driving, my rules. Oh, he's Italian. My car, my driving, my rules. Capiche? The I'm just gonna. That's my Italian accent, apparently. The driver makes a point of not looking at the road to say this to you, to further piss you off, you surmise.
Okay, fine. Your secret information won't do either of us any good if we're both dead in a horrible motoring accident. Look, I'm a high-level informant, not some limp dick teen learning how to drive. So drop it.
Genteel Londoners are genteelly throwing themselves out of the way of the speeding car, which is now firmly on the sidewalk in downtown Queen's Lap, right by Queen's Microwave Pier. Okay, everything's named after the. Okay.
Okay, fine. Drive how you want.
Make a big show about putting your seatbelt on while saying, "Hopefully, this will allow the EMTs to find my body in one piece." I'm just gonna do that.
For fuck's sake!
The driver roars at you.
It's like you've never been in a car before.
He stops the car and kicks you out.
I was trying to do a cool thing where I drive you while cryptically giving you hints, but you are a shit. The double agent is a Kingsley.
And with that, he speeds off. You notice a piece of paper floating around in the air. Okay, examine this piece of paper. You bend down to pick up the paper. It's a receipt for £10,000 made out to foreign driver for the reason of telling my idiot coworker that Kingsley is the mole so that I remain above suspicion, for me, am the true mole. You also notice that the charge originated in East Berlin. Your head is spinning, like a top that is spinning on top of another also spinning top. Snoop on some other spies or choose to identify the mole. Well, we have to keep going, huh? Okay, so it might be Kingsley, but we'll go to Ace's medium this time. Veronica Linfield, Ace's medium. It can't be. In the Second World War, she was a fighter pilot who firebombed the cities she wasn't even asked to. Such was her dedication to England. There is scarcely a town on these shores that does not have a statue of Veronica, standing proudly on top of a pile of smoldering corpses. But maybe, in these past 20 years, she's been turned by the Russians. And now it's your job to figure out if that previous sentence is true. How do you wish to investigate Veronica? Go to her informant's safe house? Well, I mean, we have to look at the dossier first. Name, Veronica May Linfield. Codename, Ace's Medium. Nationality, British as fuck. Mile time, 3:58. Wow, she's fast. Specialties, disguises, slick urban driving. Coldly looking into someone's eyes as the life expires from them. Most recent cities visited: Stockholm, Bucharest, Ankara, Amsterdam. Favorite Apatow movie? What year? This is the 70s. Knocked Up, if Superbad doesn't count. Quote, I can do anything I set my mind to except being a double agent. Done reading the dossier. Okay, so let's go to her informant's house. You pull your vintage Rolls Royce up to a charming flat in the heart of London's Queen's Lap district. Thousands of people walk by here every day, never guessing that this is a safe house for Veronica Linfield's top secret informants. But you are a spy, so you know everything. Discreetly perform the secret knock on the door. Shout, "Hey, Veronica's secret Russian informant. I'm with LONDON Spy, BASE. Open the safe house door." You know what? I'm just going to be very blunt about it. The door quickly opens. A large Russian man. Now I can do my Russian accent. The large Russian man looks around, blinking in the harsh sun. Thank you for using the safe house code phrase. It is hard to know who you can trust these days in this war of gold.
I'm a close associate of Veronica's. She sent me here to talk to you. All right, buddy boy, let's talk spy stuff.
You know what? Let's be a little nice to this guy. He is about to let you in, but then the Russian pauses and narrows his eyes. The bird washes eggs, but it does not blink in sunlight, he says.
Ah, spy poems. I love this stuff, you exclaim.
What spy poem do you want to say back? Okay, we got 3 this time.
A shoelace is a shoe is laced in an abandoned gymnasium. Save a few elderly and
What?
The night calls back at its sons, Harry and Promulus. The stove is only fixed by a Jewish electrician.
Oh, you know what? It's Hanukkah right now when I'm doing this, so we'll go with the Jewish electrician. The Russian cocks his head slightly. The death of cousin perfect time to open supermarkets? He asks.
Only if the cousin's remains are displayed by the produce. A crow on a tombstone calls, and someone sleeping nearby tells the crow to stuff it. The coffin slides into the lake soundlessly.
Crow? The Russian touches his right ear, then raises 2 fingers on his left hand, and then turns to the side and puts his arms straight out. I guess this is like a secret thing still. Arch your back, swing your arms wildly, then touch the bridge of your nose. Stand on one leg, flap your arms like a bird, and poke yourself in the eyes. Lay down on the ground motionless for 7 seconds. You know what? We're going to do the Castlevania 2 thing right now. The Russian rolls up his sleeve and shows you his tattoo of a phoenix on his forearm. He stares at you. Show your tattoo of a phoenix. Show your tattoo of a snake playing the drums. Show your tattoo of you leaning against a race car. I'm gonna pick that one. Okay, the Russian says, so you belong here. He welcomes you into the parlor.
Nice shag carpeting, you say. Very era appropriate.
Thank you. Now, what is it you wanted? The Russian asks nervously.
Where is Veronica Linfield? I must speak with her. Doing those spy poems with you was so fun.
Actually, they were. I know, right? The Russian says. Veronica is in Bucharest, pictured above on a mission. Wait, what? How does he know that? Okay, that's part of the pictured above on a mission. The Russian continues.
Are you sure you don't mean Budapest?
You inquire.
They sound similar, and I often mix them up myself.
No, the Russian says. I am certain it is Bucharest.
Call Veronica using your secret number on that phone there, then hand it to me. They are only 2 consonant sounds off. There's no shame in making a little mix-up.
I'm gonna make sure we get this right. The frustrated and massive Russian punches you in the face for your annoying line of inquiry regarding Bucharest/Budapest, and you are knocked out cold. You awake on a cold London street somehow with 5 times as much money. Wait, what? Somehow with 5 times as much money, IDs, and credit cards in your pocket as before. Investigate some more spies. No, I gotta figure out what the heck is up with this. Let's go back. The safe house. We'll do the secret knock. Oh, okay. You discreetly knock the secret pattern on the door, and seconds later it opens. Good. That took forever. Oh no, God, that took forever. You think to yourself, you are not Veronica, the nervous-eyed Russian man says in a heavily accented English.
I'm a close associate of Veronica's. She sent me here to talk to you.
And insist that you are Veronica. That's what I'm doing. Oh, thank God that you are back, Veronica. The Russian squeals with delight. I've wanted to tell you that in these past several months we've spent together as spy slash informant. I've really fallen for you, Veronica Linfield. I love you. You are taken aback. As a spy, you can't remember the last time someone told you that they loved you.
I love you too.
Run away and investigate. You know what? We're gonna go with this love interest story. You make me happy as a Russian on the planet. The Russian says, not that that's competitive these days. He adds, you both laugh. It feels good to laugh. Arm in arm, you and the Russian walk into the London night, and you feel safe in love for the first time since your father gave you a gun when you were 15. You live out the rest of your days with the Russian deeply in love. The mole is never caught, but you are happy, so who cares? Okay, so that took another turn to me running away and living a happy life. But one last time, we're gonna go through the Veronica line of stuff. Okay, so we're okay. He's about to let you in, but then then we do this whole thing. Let's go with the insects this time, and the Russian causes it slightly. We'll talk about the Coughlin and the lake, and then this time I will flap like a bird. Okay, I'll show a tattoo of a snake this time, playing the drums. Okay, and I still get here, so okay, so we'll go with where's Veronica Linfield? I must speak with her. Okay. Bucharest, Budapest, blah 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 blah. Okay, so there we go. The Russian dials your coworker Veronica and hands you the phone.
Hello, this is Veronica Linfield speaking, she says. I'm the staff spy for a certain high-level British intelligence agency. To whom am I speaking to?
That's my British woman voice.
You damn well know who. A friend.
Let me go with the friend. She pauses to add a spy-esque air of intrigue. You surmise.
Hello. Always good to hear from you.
How's Bucharest? Let's pretend for a moment, hypothetically, that you are a mole in London, spy, BASE. Would your name be Veronica Linfield?
I'm just gonna go straight out and ask that.
It's funny you should ask that. I was sent here to Romania to look for a mole.
It's starting to sound Italian, actually.
Dear God, we're playing a game of cat and mouse, and there are no more mice.
A chilly wind just
blew across London. I am, of course, speaking metaphorically. It's quite nice here today, actually.
We're just going to talk about the weather for a little bit.
Looks like someone wanted to get us both out of the office. But who? I was sent here by David Brewster. Who sent you?
Are you hungry? I'm hungry, says the Russian.
Wait, David Brewster, or William Kingsley. Codename David Brewster?
Well, it isn't obvious. It's...
Veronica says, but suddenly the line goes dead.
Veronica,
you say into the phone, but it's no use. Are you in the mood for chummers? England's McDonald's equivalent, asked the Russian. They have good hot dogs.
No, you knavish brute. I have other spies to investigate.
You know what? I could actually eat at this point. You and the Russian head to the counter at Chummers, England's McDonald's equivalent. Okay, we're gonna get some food. What would you like to order? The giant hot dog combo. Hot dog friends meal for two. Ooh, let's have the friends meal. You and the Russian both settle on the giant hot dog combo, but you don't feel weird about ordering the same thing because it's the best thing on the menu, by far. Order a soda, order a side of coleslaw. You know what? We're going to have soda. We need something to drink. A soda. Nice choice. Want anything else? Okay, so we got 3 options. Another giant hot dog. The lady's choice hot dog. You know what? Get some hot dog nuggets. Let's get some of that. Before you order, the manager of Chummers, England's McDonald's equivalent, approaches you. You seem to have quite a familiar. You seem to have quite a familiarity with their menu, he says. Have you considered a career at Chummers, England McDonald's equivalent? Okay. Oh boy. McDonald's equivalent?
I hadn't until now. Tell me more. I'm actually right in the middle of hunting down a spy mole, so this is not a great time.
You know what? We're going to hear this guy out. Might have a good offer.
We offer competitive base salary and generous time off. And all of our employees are required to take electrician night classes because we want people to still chase their dream of being an electrician.
The manager says,
would you like an application? I think you'd really like it here. Okay, sure, I'll apply. This all sounds great, but I really have to find this spy mole.
You know what? Let's all apply.
The manager hands you the application with a smile.
You can't remember the last time someone smiled at you. Fill out the application, turn around, investigate some more spies. No, we are filling out this application. You begin to fill out the application when the manager takes it from you.
I can already tell you're going to be a great addition to our Chummers, England's McDonald's equivalent team. No need to fill out the rest, he says. Want to start right now? Look, this beautiful woman who works here is also excited for you to start.
Yeah, she's cute.
Okay, I really should get back to the spy case I'm working on.
No, we are gonna be a part of this.
The manager tosses you an apron and you hop over the counter and immediately start taking orders. Your coworkers seem really cool, and you love interacting with real people instead of enemy spies who are constantly trying to kill you. In a few years, you work your way up to assistant manager, and you also do some freelance. You also do some freelance electrician work on the weekends. Life is good. The mole is never caught, but you're finally in a place where you don't feel the need to chase glory to substitute for the family you spurned and the love life you neglected. You have your Chummers, England's McDonald's equivalent, family to love now.
Okay, we're gonna return to the checkpoint, and okay, we gotta go with this now. Oh no, I need the last thing. Okay. Smokey Barrister. We'll just try and get through all this. Get in the car. Tell me more, you scoundrel. Keep going. Spy thing. Continue in steely silence. You're the boss. I'll look at stuff now. Oh, whoa. With the blindfold off, you see all of your friends and family assembled wearing party hats and holding presents.
My God, you're all a mole. How did I miss this, you say.
Happy birthday, they say in unison. Let the warmness of the gesture wash over you. Refuse to let the warmness of the gesture wash over you. I'm going to refuse this time. You turn to the driver and realize he's your Russian landlord, Ivan. How did you not recognize him? He wasn't even wearing a disguise. He gives you a big thumbs up and says, Happy birthday. All the important people in your life are here, including Kingsley, Terrence Wellers, Veronica Linfield, and David Brewster, plus several lesser spies. In spite of your cold spy instincts, you are imperceptibly touched. So Kingsley, that means there was no mole? Take out your firearm and accuse everyone of being the mole. You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take out my firearm. You shout to everyone in the room but you as a traitor, and that traitors deserve a traitorous dog's death. As you wave your handgun around, as you're screaming, the room scatters and soon you are alone. You notice that there is a piece of paper on the table. Examine the piece of paper. The slip of paper is a receipt for a party platter of chicken nuggets from Chummers, England's McDonald's equivalent. You notice with some dismay that the platter appears picked over, but it's who the platter was charged to that really catches your interest.
London, spy, BASE, mole.
You also notice that the charge originated in East Berlin. Time to go investigate more spies or identify the mole if you have figured it out. Okay, so we're kind of getting here. So you know what? Let's go meet up with Kingsley this time. Like always, it takes forever to get on Kingsley's calendar, but finally he sees you and you step into the spy lounge. What is this about? Kingsley asks while drinking a scotch that predates the creation of the universe. The mole, remember, you say. Oh, right, of course. Who is it? He asks. It's Terrence, it's Veronica, it's David, it's you. You know what? Let's pin the blame on me. You, eh? King says. Thank you for your honesty. But you see, you've put me in somewhat of a quandary. And he continues, I have to punish you for being the mole who has murdered 13 of our agents, but I also have to reward you for finding the mole. So let's just call it even. You nod and leave the spy lounge. In the following week, 3 more agents are killed. Weird. It must have not been you. After all, it's it's weird that you said it was. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. You know what? I am done with this. Thank you, everyone. Of JoJR. You can like, comment, share, and subscribe. There's a playlist in the description. There's going to be a playlist here with the thingies. You can donate to the Patreon page. And hey, you can check out my sports podcast show that I do with my friends called Sports Goose. We do an episode every week, and we have a lot of fun with that. The music for all of this is an artist named Alpha over on SoundCloud. I'll have his stuff in the description as well. So thank you everyone for joining me with this. This was really hilarious. I love it. And I guess I was the mole the whole time, or was I? Take care.